Hi, welcome back to Sabrina. Okay, so today I have another haul. I'm gonna try not to do like a ton of hauls because I think it's kind of unethical to do a lot of hauls. I think it promotes overconsumption and stuff like that. So right now, at least, I'm really only gonna try to get stuff if I really wanted or really need it or was already planning on buying it and not just buying it for the sake of buying it to put it on YouTube. So I just want to kind of clarify that. Like, I'm not going to be doing hauls all the time. Like, I'm going to try to work more on like styling videos and stuff. And if I ever get to a point that brands want to send me stuff, then I would do that. Don't want to just like overconsume, and I don't want to be somebody who is on YouTube that is buying stuff just to send it back. I don't think that's appropriate. And I have worked, you know, I work in retail and I have worked in retail for a long time. And it sucks if you're somebody who works on commission, which I have in the past, and somebody buys a whole bunch of stuff from you and then returns it after they've put it on YouTube. So I just want to be clear that like, I'm not going to try to promote overconsumption by doing haul videos. Like, I am doing this because I love bras and lingerie, and I'm also doing this so that there's education involved and about fit and brands. And like, today's haul is really exciting because it's actually a small brand that produces individual items. It doesn't just produce a whole bunch and then like maybe sells it off at the end of the season really on sale. Like, they make it to order. So I really want to promote brands like that when I'm able to. So without further ado, I am so excited to show you and unpackage this package. It is like very thin, but you can see right here on the writing, it is from the brand Miss Vivian. So Miss Vivian is a really cool little brand. I've ordered from them once before, and it ended up being kind of a mess of a situation. So it wasn't on Miss Vivian's side, just to be clear. Like, she was amazing, and just because I had like kind of a weird experience with the first time I ordered from them, I think it was about 2 years ago. Like, I have so much confidence in the brand, despite not getting my package for like almost a year the first time I ordered. So if you want to know that, I can tell you. If not, just skip ahead a little bit. Miss V, or Miss Vivian, is based on the Scottish borders, and she is a small woman-owned, and she's got a small team, and they make everything to order, which is phenomenal. And I'll gab about how much I love her and her team throughout the video, I'm sure, but they make everything to order. They have a few samples here and there that they'll sell off, but like most of it is to order. So again, not over consuming. They are more ethical in that way, and that means that they're not overproducing and throwing out and having a lot of waste and stuff. And it also makes it doable for a small brand to have product and not have to like ship it elsewhere to be produced. Like, they produce it all in-house. So about 2 years ago, I ordered some stuff, and I think I was supposed to get it like a month or so later. Like, there's usually about a 3-week lead time so that they can make it. So it's not something that you're going to get like next day. It's not Amazon. So I was away when the package arrived, and I didn't know that the package had arrived. I didn't get any notifications or anything. And then when I got home, I got my little like thing to say, go pick it up, because it wasn't just like drop at the door. Or like, since it was shipping overseas, there were customs charges and stuff. So like, I had to pay when it arrived. So like, they couldn't just drop it at my door. Like, I had to go pick it up at the post office and like pay the fee, right? So I had a date. It said whatever date, let's say the 10th of January was to pick it up, was like the last day. So I was like, okay, after work on the 10th of January, I'm going to go and pick up my package. Okay, going to the post office. I get to the post office and they're like, it's not here. And I'm like, it says I can pick it up today though. And they're like, no, well, it's only until 4 p.m. and then they get shipped back out because it had already been there for like 10 days or something. And I was like, okay, but like, it said on the thing that I can pick it up today. And they're like, yeah, but it ships out at 4. And I was like, there's nothing on this that says 4. And I was like, is there any way we can get it sent back? Like, I want this package. I'm paying for it. Like, I was away. And they're like, no, so you'll have to wait until it ships back to Scotland. And then you have to let the manufacturer know to ship it back to you. So it's like, fantastic. Great. Love that. So happy for that. But okay, there's a plan. So I get on Instagram and I'm like, hey, Miss V. So I was away, couldn't pick up my package. It's on its way back to Scotland. When it gets there, can you ship it back, please? And she's like, yep, got it, girl. And then a little while goes by. And then like the shipping, I'm tracking the shipping back to Scotland. And like it kind of just stops and doesn't keep going. And I'm like, hey, any updates on this? And she's like, no, I haven't. She's like, I think they might have lost your package. And I was like, great. And then so we're going back and forth for a little while. We're trying to figure this out. She's like, okay, I'm going to go back and forth with my postal service. And I was like, okay, great. And like, they're not really giving her much to work on. And she's like, no, they won't refund anything. And like, I think it's just lost. But she's like, but I'm going to remake your order for you, which is so nice. And like, I paid for it. So like, I should get the product, but also for a small brand, especially that makes everything to order, having to reproduce another order and ship it out without additional money is really devastating sometimes. Like that could really hurt a company. So it was really good of Vivian to remake the product for me. And I appreciate her endlessly for that. And she even threw in a little bonus item, which was actually, in fact, the red bralette that I was wearing in my last haul video when I was showing all the really pretty bras that I bought. So that was actually a Miss Vivian bralette. And it has become actually one of my favorite things. I ended up never like really wearing the bra I ordered because it just didn't really fit the way I wanted it to fit. I think I had given her a size cup too big and I should have gotten it a size smaller. So I just like never really wore the bra. But that bralette has become one of my favorite pieces to wear at home. And I can even wear it out. So, you've heard me gab enough about the time that I didn't get a package. How about we talk about the time I am getting a package? Okay, so, I'm so excited to open this up. Let's cut into it. I'm always so scared when I cut into packages. I'm always worried I'm going to cut the product. I should actually cut away from myself. That's very unsafe what I'm doing. I've done enough training videos in retail and stuff to know how to cut a package away from you so you don't hurt yourself. Although I'm still doing this like in the air. I should have this on a solid ground. And one time when I was in high school, I worked at a deli and we had to open up boxes of like deli meat and stuff, right? Like we would get in new hams or whatever. And one time I was cutting one of them open and my box cutter cut through the package of the pre-sliced ham that you put out on the floor. Like it would have been one thing if it was the thing that we put on the deli counter and then we slice it. Like if I'd sliced that open, like that just would have been the next one we would have used. But it was like pre-sliced meat that customers can just go and buy. And I cut into it and I was like, oh my God, I'm wasting food. This is bad for the company. I'm like 15 or 14 or something. So I feel really bad about it. So I'm always very cautious ever since that. When cutting into the packages. So, fun fact about me. Okay. Let's open this up. Okay. Oh, let's retry that. Okay, so one thing I love about Miss V is that she always includes a little picture. So this is Vivian. She's adorable. We love her. She's so sweet. And this time she actually added a little swatch of the fabric of the outfit that she's wearing. So I actually have one of these framed on my mantle. I have a mantle that's kind of like all lingerie inspired stuff. And it's like little statues of bodies and those candles that are like women's figures. And I have some of these cards from a couple of brands that I've ordered from that sent them, including Vivian. So cute. And then there's a little note on the back and it says Sabrina with a heart. Thank you for shopping with us again. We hope you love your new pieces. Love Team Miss VX. So freaking cute. Anyway, I'm obsessed. what a nice touch. I love it when brands do just like little touches like that. Okay, how lovely is this packaging? It's just so perfectly, beautifully done. I'm so excited to break into this. Okay, I ripped the sticker. I tried not to, but I did. I am obsessed. It looks so nice. This summer, her husband found out that he had to get a heart surgery. So Miss V had this whole thing where she was like, I have to spend time with my husband, so I'm going to take a couple months off. We're going to go travel before his surgery. And what I'm going to do is we're going to, I think they were also moving studios or something. So like they were clearing out their studio. They found a whole bunch of their older samples and things that had maybe been in photo shoots or whatever. And then also like ends of fabrics that maybe they stopped using. So they were selling off a whole bunch of their samples for like pretty inexpensive, which again, she doesn't do sales because she's a small independent brand that makes everything to order. So it's pretty rare to find a big sale from Miss V. So this was kind of like one of their biggest sales ever, if not their biggest sale ever. I had my eye on a couple pieces because some of them completed my set, and I'm not always really into sets. I love the look of it, but in reality, I often don't end up wearing the entire set, even though it looks beautiful. Like I usually just wear my hanky-panky underwear and then whatever bra I'm wearing. But they had a couple pieces and I was like, you know what? There's a couple other things I wanted, so I'm gonna just throw in the set piece finishing pieces. Then she also had a couple other fun promos. I'll talk about those as I go. Okay, so to start, this is a little garter, or garter belt, I guess. Sorry, the garters are like the things that actually go around your leg. Like at a wedding, somebody will, you don't see it as often, but I was actually at a wedding this summer where this happened, where the bride is wearing the garter on her leg, and then the husband goes underneath her dress and like pulls it off and then throws it to the audience. And I think it's kind of like the bouquet where whoever catches it is supposed to like get married next or something. I don't remember if it's that, but it was the groom's cousin who was his best, not his best man because she's a woman, but like his best lady, I guess. And she was like, oh, I don't want to touch this. Please get this away from me. And she like tossed it back. It was really funny. But yes, so that's a garter. This is a garter belt, which is either to hold up your garter or your stockings. That's to go with this, the bralette I was wearing last time. So beautiful. And then of course, the matching thong. So really adorable and actually a really cute thing. So I was hemming and hawing about it, and I was going back and forth with Vivian on sizing for another piece. So I had added the thong and the garter belt to my cart, and it was sitting there for a little while, and I actually got an email from them. Like a lot of brands will like send auto emails to be like, hey, don't forget about your cart, maybe here's a discount, whatever. But they actually sent me an email from them, not just like an auto email, which I did get those as well, but like them, and they were like, hey Sabrina, like we saw that you have this particular fabric in your cart with the garter and the thong, and we have a little bit of this fabric left, like we can make you a bra or bralette if you're interested, like just let us know. But like I already had the bralette, which is why I was finishing this set. But I love that they were like, hey, this bralette isn't on our site anymore, but we can make it for you if you want it. And I just love small brands for that. Like it is so nice when they're that catered to their customer. And as somebody who has been in retail and focusing on service a lot, like I really appreciate it when brands and companies provide high quality service like that. So I just like, bravo, Miss V, you have created a beautiful brand and I'm obsessed with you. So I can't wait to try those on. This was another thing. Oh my God, it's so stringy. This is their, I think it's a 4-way belt situation. Okay, I think it goes something like this. You can remove it and you can have like a choker. You can wear it all as one piece. You can remove the top half and you can have it as, what is it, like a garter belt, I guess. And then you can also remove these and have them just as garters. So it's a really cool, amazing piece, and I will have to figure out how to put this on my body. And I feel like I want to style this over clothing as well. Like I think that will be how I want to style it. I love wearing lingerie as outerwear, so this to like Pride next summer or something like that could be really cool. Like I have friends that this would be very much so a fun thing to wear. So very, very cool. Oh, here we go. Handmade in Scotland. Adorable. This October, she did this really fun promo and she called it the Franken set. So you could get a bralette and or a thong, and they were going to mix and match a whole bunch of dead stock fabrics. You could pick either light or dark, so you didn't know what you were getting, and they were going to make you a Franken bralette or Franken thong, and it would be mixed fabrics and of stock that like they weren't going to be using anymore, right? Like lines that had been discontinued. So it was to use up the fabric, and you get like this really fun, unique piece that like nobody else maybe had. So I of course had to order one. I don't order bralettes that much because they don't usually fit me, but I've talked to Miss V and she sent me pictures of some other people who were a close size range to me. And so I could see what the bralette looked like on a bigger busted, on a petite full person. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to probably wear this out in public, but it is so cute. Okay. Look at this. It is so fun. So one side is this beautiful starry night situation. It is so glittery. And then this side is, I think this is from a line that they called Ginger, if I'm not mistaken. And I always wanted to order one of these bras and I never did. So now I have half of a bra with that fabric. It is so beautiful. Okay, so I'll be doing a try on video for this as well at some point. Not today, but so stinking cute. I love it. And their bralettes also have some adjustability in the back as well. Super adorable. Last but not least, she actually had this whole plan for fabric she was going to get for the holidays. And there was two. There was one that was pink with like partridges on it. And there was the red one with butterflies and flowers on it. So I got the red one, or the sheer one with the red flowers and butterflies on it. And she'll sometimes send out the first knowledge about a release date or exclusive things to her broadcast channel or people on her email list. So I got this, and again, I was like hemming and hawing about the thong and garter belt and stuff. And then I saw this and I was like, okay, I guess I'll get the Franken bra. I guess I'll get the garter. I guess I'll get the thong and that strappy situation because I really want this fabric. It's so beautiful. I couldn't really decide between the pink or the red. I was like, I'm only going to get one. So I decided on the red. And she had also just released her basics line, which included this beautiful bralette that was strappy, but it was made out of a much stretchier fabric. So I messaged her and I'm like, hey, Ms. V, any chance you can use the red fabric to make this particular bralette? Because she had sent a list, like a line sheet of the bralettes and underwear and the bras that she could make from the fabric, and it wasn't listed there. And I was like, hey, any chance that you can make this for me? And she was like, let me check, because the fabric we're using for this line is very stretchy, and this one like is less stretchy, but I'm gonna go into the office tomorrow and I'm gonna test it out and I'm gonna see if we can do that. If not, we'll figure something else out. And I was like, awesome. And she gets back to me the next day and she's like, it's a little less stretchy, but I think we can do like maybe a bias cut or something, and I think we can make it work. And I was like, awesome, love that, can't wait, order it for me. Done, boom, ordering everything, thank you. So this is it. I can't remember the name of this bralette. I want to say it was like the Beth or the Betty. I could be off on that. It's so cute. So it's got this strappy detail at the top, it's got a cutout right in the middle, and then it is just like a basic flat part there. And then I can't remember if this was supposed to have, oh no, it was the Franken bralette that normally it comes with a halter neck, but you can pay a little bit extra just to get normal straps. While I love the look of a halter neck, it is a killer on the neck sometimes because you're holding up the weight of your breasts around your neck, and that can get really painful. So if you are a larger busted person, sometimes halter necks are not what you want to go for. And like, I have swimsuits and stuff that are halter neck and they're beautiful and I love them, but some days I'm like, I have a headache today, I cannot wear the halter neck. So I was like, I'm going to pay the extra money and I'm absolutely going to get normal straps on this. So I think I'm going to just call it the Beth. I think the Beth was supposed to have regular straps. And then she does it like small, medium, large, extra large. I believe I got the extra large, and it's because it has the adjustable straps in the back, so I can make it a lot smaller in the back. So hopefully this fits. Anyway, I'm going to do a try-on haul, a try-on video soon for this as well. And I can't wait for you to see all of this. I'm so excited to try it on. I love small brands. And please, if you're able to, shop small. Not even just with bras. I know that can be hard to find sometimes, but if you're able to shop small businesses, small makers when you can, even if they're not necessarily local, like this is not a local person for me, right? Somebody in Scotland, this is local, but it is a small business, a woman-led business. Like if you're able to, especially over the holidays or if you're doing gift giving, but any time of the year really, support small businesses. It like means so much to them. You know, I work at a small business and it means the world to us every time we get a sale versus like freaking Amazon. Like they don't care. Jeff Bezos doesn't care about you. He's like, I just see dollar bills, right? Like dollar signs on another yacht. We're like a small business. Like having somebody come in and shop at your store or order from you means that you can keep continuing the business and doing something that you love and care about, and you get to know the people. Like I have a relationship to some degree with Miss Vivian, even though it's like miles, or like a COA and it's only online. Like I'll probably never meet her. I would love to, but you know, you create like that kind of parasocial relationship or a messaging relationship to some degree with the small businesses, or like in person if you're at a local store. We're like Jeff Bezos. I wonder if I can meet him. I don't want to, and he doesn't want to meet me. I'm excited to try this on. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.